Yo, mood time here.
Yo, it's Michael McGarahan.
Yo, it's Brendan Mascherino.
Yo, this is Cameron Coronacation Crawford, and we got a special guest here.
Yo, it's Noah Haggerty.
Yo!
The GOAT.
Thanks for coming on, Noah.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having
Thank you
me.
so very much. No, thank
I
you.
have nothing else to do with
Big
my
thanks.
life.
Oh, okay.
That makes all of us.
What do you mean? There's literally nothing going on.
Yeah, true. I guess
Bro.
you're right.
Yeah.
We've
Mad
wanted you to
facts.
come on for a while, but honestly, no better
Yeah.
time like the present.
You know,
Yeah.
in all honesty, I'm way happier that we have you on to talk about Interstellar instead of Alien.
Yeah.
Interstellar is my favorite movie of all time.
Wow.
It's Noah's bread
Oh,
and
save
butter.
it, save it, save it.
Save it.
Save it. Alright, how we doing? How's the update?
Day 10. Well, in Brendan's case, day 1, but like,
Oh.
you know.
Oh.
I'm just
Dang.
Oh, that's what you're.
Yeah, we know what you're
No,
talking
no.
about. We know your
already
beef,
cooking.
Cam. We know your beef. We know what's up.
Cam, we know
We
you've
know
been
the
living
cooking.
in Washington, D.C., and you get heated
That is
at
true.
things. Never mind.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That things.
Oh.
Is that all?
All right, wait.
That's all.
I just want to say so Noah's introduction. The introduction to Noah being on the cast goes back to our first revamp. I think season 2, episode 1. Isn't that right? Didn't we?
Bro,
yeah.
it's been gone back.
It was a while ago. That was so long ago.
It's been much anticipated episode to say the least.
I was on a
Yeah.
random one. You called me to ask where the 2020 Olympics were.
Oh,
And they're no longer happening.
Didn't you? Oh, they're no longer. Yeah, that's so sad, bro. It's foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing. Yeah.
Oh
Wait,
my
okay,
god.
my question. Were they straight up canceled or postponed?
No, I
They
think
said
postponed
a
to-
year postponed.
Yeah, 2021.
Jeez.
That's a big
Crazy.
deal.
So will they
Yeah.
go from? Because isn't it every how many years?
Every 4.
Every 4. So would it start from 2021 again?
I don't know.
I
don't know,
imagine.
'cause-
Who
I don't know.
knows?
Probably not.
Yeah, they'll probably just pick it up in 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be really tough. Like, if they try and pick up the NBA season, because that's multiple months out of the year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like players need rest, that kind of thing. So like, if
Yeah.
they do pick up the season, like, it's gonna be rough.
And they're not being paid, are they?
They're paid
tough
salaries.
to
so
say.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're paid on a
I know.
salary.
I know it's rough for like all the stadium workers though, because they're out of
Yeah.
a job pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I heard a lot of
It's-
those guys were like donating money to the.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, a lot of the
foundations
owners
there.
and stars have been
Wow.
That's cool.
donating
Dude,
money.
The transition period's gonna feel so weird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nuts.
Like the feeling of sitting back in a movie theater is gonna hit different.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's also just
Classic
weird, like
move.
not knowing how long it's gonna be.
Yeah,
like,
no one
at
knows.
all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
Like how do we get back to school if we're not at the peak? So at this rate, it's just gonna keep escalating. So how are we
I
supposed to
don't
get
know.
back into school?
I don't
I mean,
think.
I
Dude,
don't know.
it's so sad, but like we're probably not going back. Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
they
my-
just pushed it back 2 more additional weeks, like holy crap.
I mean, and even if we do go back, it'll probably be like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
My aunt
Yeah.
was just told she's like a speech therapy teacher in Westchester, and she has like I guess her own classroom, and they actually told her to come in this week and take all of her stuff out.
Wow.
So
Whoa.
they're
Yeah.
having they're having like I guess certain specific teachers, probably like math teachers first, like small groups of people go in, clear their classrooms out because
Yeah.
I guess they're thinking like we're probably not coming back now.
I mean, Kansas is done. Like they canceled for
The
the year.
state.
Yeah.
The state of
Oh
Kansas,
my
yeah.
gosh.
No, Michael, the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, your boy is done for the year, like as you all know.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Man,
Hopefully
cyber
you
school's
guys
gonna be
can-
whack.
oh yeah, this is like every kid that leaves West to do cyber school type beat.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we're starting
Yeah,
like
Kyle.
cyber next week.
Next Monday, right?
Ugh,
I'm literally
suck
gonna
so
die.
bad.
I'm gonna die, dude. I just can't.
It's gonna
I
be so
can't do
bad.
it.
Right, so explain
As
to
long
me.
as
Sorry, Moo, go ahead.
nah, you go ahead.
Oh, thank you. I was just gonna say, like, you
Whoa.
say you're starting cyber next week, but like, you guys are already doing some assignments and math stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Technically, these
yeah.
technically these first 2 weeks were supposed to be optional, and next week it becomes mandatory.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
sense.
right. Name and address withheld.
Yeah. Name and address withheld. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Wait, Noah, have you? I've just been.
Oh!
Whoa! I'm not gonna put a black bar, bro. Whatever.
No.
Oh, wait, so
Okay.
Oh my god.
Del Rey.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
Holy crap, dude.
So how's everyone been with the change from daily life and whatnot? Oh,
I mean, I'm still doing my classic routine, watching hella movies.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I watched Princess and the Frog last night. It's very
Yeah.
Yo.
What, the 3-dimensional animated or the two-dimensional? Wait, there's no such thing. Never mind.
good. It's just like normal.
Oh, okay. What's normal? No, okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I gotta chill.
So there's something I want to bring up real quick.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
here it is. Here it
Oh
is.
my god. I'm going
So-
off. I'm going off, bro. No, oh, wait.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. Why do you worry about having your camera stay on the screen before you?
all right.
roast us?
I
Alright, so before anyone rebuttals back, let me just finish what I have to say, and then I'll be
We'll-
open to listening.
We'll shut
But
up.
Last week, as you all know, we had a conversation about TikTok in the cast, and
here
you know,
it is.
Moo, I think you've made very clear your thoughts on TikTok. There's no discrepancy there.
Well,
Oh,
let's
say
wait
that
then.
again.
listen, RoboCop. Say it again.
Wait, say that again. I can't hear.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, say it again
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said, Moo, you made it very clear how you feel about TikTok. I think we all know you're pretty staunchly against it.
Staunch.
Yeah,
in a pretty
2 hours for 1 minute good of content.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
literally,
not,
if you just
I'm
like
not
open
about
the
it.
app, you do content. But
Oh my god.
you know,
All right,
Moo,
buddy.
you made it very clear that you feel very hellacious about it.
See,
Now,
Them fighting
Michael and
words.
Brendan,
Yeah.
here's the thing. You guys, not as strongly as Moo, but you guys stated your issues with it.
Yeah.
And 2 nights ago, I was actually on a group FaceTime call, and one of the people on the call was a Miss Emma Delaney, who I think we all know. And she brought it to my attention that, you know, they're talking a lot of hate, yet Michael and Brendan have both been featured on TikTok dancing in their girlfriends' TikToks. And
Whoa.
now,
That is
let me
true.
finish.
And your TikTok.
That leads me to two possible outcomes. You guys either like TikTok and like dancing, or you're simps.
Or we
And
like
now-
our
and now wait.
wait.
Now-
Or we like our girlfriends.
Wow.
Or we're
Hold
what?
on,
Or we
hold on.
like
Let me
our
finish, let me
girlfriends.
finish. Hold up.
Shit.
Wow.
Now we already know which one Michael is, but Brendan,
Well, what's up?
I would
Wait,
like
whoa.
to please explain.
Whoa.
Wait. I missed that
Wait, what's a
vocab
simp?
term.
Yeah, what's
What
a
is
simp?
that?
A simp?
Yeah, what's a simp?
All right, I will look up the definition. Like,
Oh.
Jeez.
it's kind of horrendous that you don't know what a simp is, but
Croft. Yo, chill, RoboCop.
Yeah, chill. I heard that.
joke
It's so funny. I keep thinking that like the people that the RoboCop talk, John, it only happens to like one person's end, but it hits all of us. And it's
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, man.
when like
Alright.
Michael's voice will just like trail off and it'll just be like all digital.
A simp is a man that puts himself in a subservient or submissive position under women in hopes of winning them over without the female bringing anything to the table. That's
Oh
a really
my-
weird definition.
Whoa.
What the
Whoa.
heck? Okay. Wow.
It's-
Okay.
you can't really
then.
describe it with
wait,
words. It's like
Cam. I never necessarily I said that some of the TikToks, most of which I don't find very humorous, and I just don't get the whole thing where people can spend like hours upon hours on the app. I do
Yeah.
get it when they're like memes though. That's what I said last
Yeah,
time. I
yeah.
think they're
Alright.
hilarious.
No,
And
okay.
the ones that I was a part of was pretty funny,
Yeah.
involving the swimming pool. So
Oh.
I found-
Oh, how
No, that's
funny.
true.
How
True.
I found
funny.
humor in it.
Yeah.
Oh, the swimming pool one is funny. There was also There's one of you like throwing a blanket on yourself on
Oh,
everything.
that
one. That
It's like-
oh my god.
That's a good one. That's funny.
Wait, Cam, what have you seen of
We
me?
must have different definitions of good.
What did you
Yeah.
see of me? What was I
Uh,
doing?
Oh,
I
I've
have
seen
not
multiple
seen
of you, Michael.
Any of
Oh,
you?
shoot.
I
Yeah,
don't
this-
imagine it'd be that hard.
All right,
Like
fine.
I can literally pull it up like if you want.
No,
But-
it's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yo!
Oh, what's up,
Hey,
Mara?
Mara. Hey, you're coming on the podcast at some point. You know that, right?
Mara.
Yo.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well,
I'll come on.
Nah, so that's all I have to say.
sorry, I
Like-
forgot to put these on for the podcast. Wait.
Ooh!
Oh, true.
Oh, that's facts. Where mine at?
Yeah. Cam, continue, please.
No, that was really all I had to say. Basically,
Okay.
like I
What's the moral
smell
of the story?
hypocrisy.
All right.
All I'm
Hey,
saying,
I'm true to my word, cuz.
if you get a TikTok and if you spend like 3 days on it, the algorithm will figure you out and you'll be stuck on it for hours.
Okay, if it's
Yes.
if it's meme TikToks, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Well, it'll figure
nailed
out.
it.
You'll start liking meme TikToks, and then
Maybe.
the algorithm will figure it out, and it'll only show you that, and you won't be able to stop.
Well, that's-
Wow.
that's
Really
what-
bad.
Mate, if you think I'm gonna spend 3 damn days on TikTok,
You don't know what you're capable of.
What else are you gonna do?
movies,
Yeah, true.
The Simpsons, it's too funny,
Simpsons?
too freaking funny.
No, true. It is.
I don't want to hear it.
Listen.
TikTok,
but-
TikTok, the movie, The Second Hand. No, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
What?
What? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Second,
I'm just
They
kidding.
got jokes now.
It's like, no, that was the stupidest joke I've ever said.
Oh damn!
No,
Yo,
yeah,
chill.
chill. Don't
Man,
make me
I'm
bust out.
dead.
Cam's out for your neck this
Don't make me.
episode.
Oh, okay. Oh, true. I don't get it.
Man, I'm dead.
All right. Wait, Cam, go, do that again. Do that again. Okay.
Play that back.
No, you hate TikTok. So
Wait, no.
Oh,
It's from Vine, anyways.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm dead.
I made sure you were playing for that one, dude. That was so good.
that's really
Oh
good.
wow, that's awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, how have you guys been with
Well,
little
yesterday
as Chaz
I
would say,
stumbled upon some.
Quentin
potential-
Tarantino. Quarantino.
Yeah.
Alright now.
Guess that one didn't land. Well.
Nah. So, yesterday there was some scary news.
Hmm.
They're saying that summer releases might be pushed back, which would mean Tenet would be in the winter.
Yeah.
But get this, the domino effect is real. If that occurs, then Dune would be 2021.
2021, cuh.
Bruh, that's when I
No.
really draw the line.
Oh,
I thought that was
Oh.
a fortune cookie.
Oh, wait, fortune cookies? Wait.
it
Oh,
did be
fortune
fortunate
cookies?
though.
Oh. Wait, Moose, you're telling me all these movies are
Hey.
Oh, the
all
flex.
these movies, bro, are getting pushed back?
Bruh, if Tenet gets pushed back, Tenet's going to be the movie of the decade.
really?
The only movie that has competition is Dune 2.
Get it, dude.
I mean, oh, what did I say? I
I-
said Tenet by accident. Oh, I meant Dune is going to be the movie. Of the
I
decade.
just
can it
started
s-
reading Dune because
Oh, you
I
did?
I can't
Wow.
watch a movie and then read the book. I get really bored, so I wanted to read it beforehand. And let's just say I very much enjoy it.
Wow.
How can you call
It's
it the
long,
movie of
man.
the decade when it's 2020?
That's what I'm saying. It's literally going to be the movie of
I'm
the
hyped, man.
2020s.
Really?
It's Denis Villeneuve. Do I need to say more?
Dude, I
Very
mean,
true.
you honestly,
book is very
you
good.
honestly just you don't really need to say any more, dude. Like, come on.
Oh, do
Yeah,
I need to
bro.
pull out my Denis Villeneuve collection?
I guess the dichotomy of the situation is you could say less.
Considered said.
Well, consider it not said per se. But
Oh man,
sorry, I'm just getting the
You
streaks
know.
pick.
What?
this is a.
You were
Oh,
Not
Wait,
gonna
wait.
lie. This about to be very close to just West. But if Mr. West is canceled, which I think is a high
Jeez.
chance, very sad.
Yeah,
Cam,
that'd be
how are you
sad.
I
getting
mean,
audio right now?
I think we only need like 3 weeks of school to like pull it together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Here's the thing. My new act All I'm saying is it might require me to memorize the entire script of Fantastic Mr.
What?
It
Fox.
might require the entire script.
You're gonna do the whole movie
It's an-
in like 5 seconds, like something like that.
I'm gonna hand the screenplay to one of the judges and tell them to name any scene,
No
and I'll
way.
recreate it.
Dude, that's awesome. You
That
have
would
to
be
do
so
that.
fun. Oh my god.
Scene, even like scene 10, and like
But it would be so worthless
That's
if it got
psychotic.
canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
that's
would be
true.
so sad. You just memorize the. Well, I mean that's a good thing to have. In
I
your
mean,
back
it'd be a great
pocket.
party
yeah,
trick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, if it happens, I will be there for obvious reasons.
Oh,
But
of course.
Nice.
Someone just knock.
I said nice.
No.
Oh, not.
I heard someone go like,
Oh
no.
no.
but
Well,
yeah. For your sake, I hope the show goes on.
Yeah.
Cam,
Oh, you know.
What's,
Oh
what's
wait, you
good?
say first.
are you
Brendan.
getting audio on your phone?
Yes.
Oh,
What do
okay.
you mean? Like voice memo type?
Yeah.
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 You can do. You can. I think you can do Snapchat and stuff while
Oh,
it's
okay.
recording.
I was just
yeah.
making
You
sure. I
can?
was scared
Yeah.
that like you
Oh.
forgot. or something.
Doesn't Snapchat like
Same
let
my
you play?
first rodeo.
Doesn't it let you play like music while you are recording? So I feel like then it would probably let you. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe.
So, you know, this calls back a really old podcast topic about SoundCloud rappers.
Ooh, true.
Oh.
You know how I think about them,
Oh,
but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
no, Moo.
Mr. Nate DeRocco's new
Oh.
song is not half
When did
bad.
it, wait,
I haven't
what's
listened
it called?
to
What's
it.
it called?
It's called like Rewind or some John.
He took a step
pretty
up.
good.
He's on Apple Music now. He's not even a SoundCloud rapper anymore.
wow. He's an Apple Music
big deal.
Spotify rapper these
What do you gotta
days.
do?
Is he on
Type in
Spotify?
like an email address to get your music on? No.
I don't know.
But it's good. It's good. I'm pleasantly surprised. We see improvement. We love to see
It's
artists
true.
improving.
That's
Growth.
true.
That's good.
That's-
Moo, I know you're typically
I support.
Oh shoot,
set
rewind.
in your
Yeah.
ways with some stuff, like, you know, TikTok, etc. But I'm glad
TikTok.
you're able to appreciate your mates' music.
Consider me stubborn when it comes to TikTok.
Cam, what
Yeah.
what is that, Cam?
This, alright.
Looks like
So-
a pool toy.
Yeah, what?
Oh, it looks like a toy.
What- what-
What is that?
So, you know, in 8th grade, we had to take that, like, sewing class.
No.
Oh, is that your pillow, bro?
Is that your
So
excess?
You boy made this. And you
Oh
boy
my.
made this.
Bro, I remember
It's a pillow.
we got to make whatever we wanted with the leftover fabrics at the end of the
Yeah.
year. So I stole some One Direction fabric and made a pillow out of
Wow.
that.
Dang.
Let me put it this way: it's a classic.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Miss Weichel gang.
Yeah, Miss
So-
White.
Yeah,
Hey,
facts.
we're
I
fine.
feel like I didn't take that class. I don't know why.
FCS, family
Oh,
cartoons.
Oh, it's a-
FCS.
Dude,
no,
that
I
class
didn't.
was awesome. I
pretty-
love
yeah.
it.
That's pretty
FCS
fun
was
class.
god
Yeah.
tier.
That was the wood shop of middle school.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
So, Noah,
Yeah.
you're the special guest today.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us and the listeners, like, you know, just like a bit about what you got going on right now, what you see, like, maybe next year has in store, like,
Yeah.
what you like to do, like, you know, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
comes to
yeah.
mind. Give us a run.
I'm looking to major in physics next year. Don't know where.
Mm.
Which is also part of the reason why I love Interstellar. Got a lot of
Oh,
physics
yeah.
in there.
Ooh.
I mean, recently I haven't been doing much. I feel like with the whole quarantine, but yeah, just waiting to hear back from schools. Honestly, to see what I'm doing next year.
Very good.
What
Yeah.
schools are you looking to hear
Congratulations.
back from?
I'm hearing back from Carnegie Mellon today. So
Wow.
Shoot.
Dude.
Go off, kid.
Nice.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
I don't know. We'll see.
Health Judy
Thank you.
Down. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What other
Yeah.
schools?
Whoa,
Listen.
whoa.
I'll say ones that I got into. I got into Northeastern, so that's one of my
Yo.
tops right now.
Nice.
We'll see.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Savage.
Oh, consider
Can't-
yourself welcome.
Man.
Cam, don't you have a sweatshirt with that on it? Cam?
Yeah, that was one of
Nice.
my like top schools I was deciding between as well.
Nice.
Amazing location. It's really fun.
Yeah,
up there.
Boston. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Boston.
Have you visited
Boston.
Northeastern?
I have. Yeah, I visited over the summer. Love the campus.
Sweet. Yeah, and you know Isaac goes there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was my
He's
tour
like
guide actually.
an ambassador and like.
Yeah, he does a lot with like
Yeah.
the social media stuff. though.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah. He loves it
It's
up
kind
there,
of crazy.
but I'm sure he'll make the right decision,
Yeah.
regardless of where you go. Like, hopefully, we just have school in the fall, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
to be
Yeah,
determined.
facts.
That'd be insane.
Hopefully
man.
in the fall, I'm watching Dune
Oh yeah.
In New York.
In
in
York,
New
I'm
York,
very
Yeah.
bruh. Dune is an IMAX movie,
Ooh.
100%. It's gonna be beautiful. They're calling it Star Wars for adults.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait.
Yo, I just
Um,
realized something. We should bring back the weekly riddle on the podcast.
Let's do it. We should definitely do it. Cam.
Oh wait, stories.
Yeah. True
Oh.
stories.
Stories.
Yo, Noah, do you got any random story off the top of your head?
I don't know.
Any
I'll think about it for a
crazy
minute.
occurrences
I do
Yeah,
have
that
a riddle.
happened?
Oh,
I do
riddle.
Riddle?
Ooh, give us that
I
riddle.
do. I actually have 3, but I'll share one.
Please.
And so there's 3 of them. I don't know if I should ask you guys which one you want to put on here, but I think I'll just put the one that I think's the hardest.
Yeah, do that.
And I can send you guys the rest later. But this one is, I actually don't know which one's the hardest. Actually, now I'm thinking. This one says, "I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no trees. I have water but no fish. What am I?"
Wait, so it's got waters, mountains, and cities.
Cities, mountains.
Cities.
Wait. So it's cities but no houses.
Cities.
Mountains but no
Mountains,
trees.
trees.
Water,
Water.
no fish.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, mountains, cities, water.
Yep.
The moon?
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Is it
City.
like empty?
is it what?
Empty? Like they're all empty? No.
Wait,
Nah.
Cities.
water.
It took me a good like 20 minutes to get this.
Wait, water.
Well,
Wait, wait, wait.
I don't got
wait,
20
wait, water
minutes
like H2O. Like wait.
Moo,
Well-
I know you got nothing going on.
This
after
this is this is kind of one to sit on and just.
Consider Chinese Odyssey Part 1 and 2 going on after this.
It's just one of those things you got to sit on for a while and just think about it. But it's pretty obvious once you think about it.
I do have a little conspiracy theory coronavirus story though.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's hear
please
it.
tell. Yeah.
So,
Alright, wait, what's the answer?
Should I tell the
Um,
answer? I don't want to tell the answer.
Let's do
After-
Noah's story,
after
then
Noah's,
answer.
after
yeah, just a little bit of suspense.
Facts.
All I'm saying is, at the beginning of February,
Oh no.
I came down with the flu. If you remember, I wasn't at indoor. I wasn't at indoor that one
Yeah, that's
Saturday,
right.
and I went and I got tested, and I was negative for the flu.
Oh god.
And all I'm saying is, like, all the stories, if you look on Twitter, are like flu symptoms. They test for the flu and it's negative.
Wow.
Oh my
So you're
gosh.
wait. So your theory is that we all need to.
No one's a survivor.
we need to,
conspiracy
we need
theory.
to,
It's like
we need to
half
report you
serious.
to the police right away. That's a theory.
Yes.
No, okay. Wow,
He's a survivor.
dude, that's whack. That's awesome, but like, wow.
Awesome.
Crazy.
I mean, not awesome in the sense of like,
Yeah.
but
I don't know. I'm just like, what are the odds, though?
yeah,
You never know.
you never
What are the
know.
odds? Yeah.
never
Wait, so
know.
like, I guess your the rest of your family's kind of just they're just Jay chilling then. Also, Brendan's
Yeah, I mean,
it
face
was
is
so long
fully
ago.
frozen
But I mean-
right now on the screen.
Who, me?
Wait, Brendan's face is completely just. Oh, and he just left.
No! Rest in peace.
Oh God.
Bro, the riddle was too crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
didn't mean to
gonna find out
interrupt
the
you. I'm
answer.
sorry, but
I'm
wow.
gonna find out the answer to the riddle now.
Should I try to add him back or like?
Yeah,
All
try
right,
it.
I'm gonna add him back. Invite.
How are we supposed to
But
find out
that's
the answer
crazy.
to the riddle now?
Wait,
what
so
the
did anyone else in your family get
Yeah.
sick after that period of time?
No, but there were a few people in indoor that also got sick and
True.
tested negative for the flu.
Maybe-
Shit.
Maybe you were like a carrier.
I don't know.
Maybe. Also,
Conspiracy
something
kinda crazy.
interesting. You know there are about 30,000 cases in the U.S. right now,
Yeah.
and it's kind of interesting because for whatever reason, about 300 people in the U.S. or so have died, 200 or 300. But when 30,000 cases hit Italy, already about 2,000 people had died. So kind of weird.
I think maybe, yeah, I don't know. Could it just be like the lag of like the time that between you get it and people die? I don't know.
What do you mean? Well,
I don't know.
ahead.
I'm saying like if people have it and how like you have it for like a week or 2 weeks before they would die. I don't know.
That's true. That's a good point. I do not know.
Brendan, what was the answer to the riddle?
Well,
Oh, he's
considering
back.
that I
Oh,
just missed
it's-
your whole story.
Oh, you missed the whole thing?
Oh.
Wait, was I?
Noah
Basically,
Dude,
Noah
your
had
face is
corona.
just frozen. Like
Yeah,
I
you're
looked down.
frozen.
It was
You're
like,
just like- Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was sitting here and then everyone just like went quiet. I was like, wait, what the heck's happening?
Oh,
And then
no.
you all froze. I was like, what the heck?
Wow.
And then
Wait.
I ended up just exiting it out.
Did you
and
keep the
then-
voice memo going?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good. Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Same time as the name and address withheld from last time. So.
Hey, yeah, it's cursed. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's keep going. Right.
So, the answer is a map.
Oh!
Yo, you
Yeah.
little stinker.
I was trying to guess this for so long, and then I was just like,
Wow.
is it a map?
Jeez.
And,
Who asked?
But what if it's
Wow.
one of those maps with trees?
Emma's dad drew three. He drew he wrote 3 riddles on this whiteboard they have, and
Wow.
he promised me 95 cents if I could answer 2 of them.
95 cents.
And I
Wow.
answered
You're
all
no-
3.
Wow.
You already know Steve goes ham with the riddles.
Yeah, he does. So
Yeah. So are you guys hitting up those home workouts since PF is closed?
Oh, yeah.
Bruh, I did, and then I messed up my left
Ooh.
shoulder,
Whoa.
so I got a break.
Bro.
I went on a long run and couldn't walk for like 2 days.
Nice.
really,
Jeez.
Yeah.
I want to go on a run, but
Same. My plan is to. Yeah.
I asked Aiden Mento. I was like, yo, anyone want to go on a run or sometime soon? And he's just like, no.
No, dude, I'll run with you. I'll run, dude. My plan.
Yeah.
This sounds kind of whack, but like, dude, running at like 5 a.m. when it's like still dark in the morning is so satisfying. It's so it's so nice.
I have a problem where like the night before I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get up early and run, and then I never do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I always
gonna
wake
do, I
up
was
and
gonna
like,
do
no.
it this morning, and I just my alarm like just didn't go off. So I think like fate was like, yeah, no, like you can't.
That's
you're
why
not
I
gonna
need to do it with
No.
someone else so that I'm like peer pressured to do it.
Cam,
Yeah,
I
do it.
remember you saying like how hard it was to like wake up
Oh
at
no.
an early hour for like college, like 8 even. And I was like, that's nuts. Like we wake up at 6:30 and it's like hard to get up, but we still do it. And I can't imagine it being like harder than waking up at 6:30. But now that I've had to I've been able to sleep in and really feel what it's like to sleep in till like 8:30 every morning. It's hard to wake up at like 6 or 6:30 now. It's like,
Bruh, any time waking up to an alarm will always be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I think. Oh, Cam's frozen again. So I was talking
Oh,
to no
wait.
one.
Man,
I just saw him man down. Gosh darn it, Cam. Let me try to find it again. His email's some jack stuff. It's like
Look at his face. It's just, like,
CC
frozen.
064. Bro, I don't have his email. He's just gonna have to figure it out.
Do the
Wait.
do the Cam. Just like-
Wait.
Oh.
Oh God! Now my computer's frozen too. Oh, it frozen too? No, I'm kidding. Oh God!
Alright,
No, I'm just
now
kidding.
watch
I'm just
it,
kidding. I'm
buddy.
just kidding. Wow.
Once Croft gets back, we can start talking about our little movie.
Yo.
There's 2 of them.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, wait. This is what happened. And yes, I'm still recording. So, wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Brendan says, Cam, I remember, and then all of a sudden, my laptop screen goes black, and the little Apple logo boy pops up.
You'll hear
Wow.
it when you listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
No.
I basically just was talking about. I remember you telling me that it was really hard to wake up, like at like it is really hard to wake up at like 8 in the morning to go to like a class that's that early for college students.
Yeah.
And I was like, bruh, 8's like nothing compared to like 6:30. But now that I've been able to sleep in, I'm realizing that it's really hard to wake up at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Granted, for you might have a better time with it since you're like a morning person, but like waking up for 6:30 for high school,
I don't
easy
know how.
potatoes.
Yeah,
Waking up
yeah,
for 8 in college, say less.
Easy as potatoes.
yeah. Yeah.
Nah, yeah. That's funny.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Bless you.
The golden rule: never get less than 12 hours of sleep a night.
Wow. I wish.
All right. Do we want to talk about this 2014 film?
Yes.
I think
We
so.
shall.
All right. So in the year 2014, Christopher Nolan made a film called Interstellar that many people of our generation seem to truly love, and I'm excited to speak about this movie. There's a lot to talk about. As you can see, I'm quite a big Nolan fan.
Ooh.
So let's discuss. Let's hear our special guest thoughts first. Some general thoughts before we dive into the deep discussion.
Yeah. First of all, I saw it in theaters in 2014. Like, I remember going to see it in the theaters, but I was like 12 at the time, so I feel like I didn't fully get to appreciate it. And I wish that I could just go back and watch it for a first time and like be able to fully appreciate it. But
Yeah.
the other thing I'll say is like physics-wise, I love that movie. It's got like
Wow.
such a realistic depiction of a black hole and a wormhole in it. I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
McGarrahan, I've never heard you talk about
Oh
this
yeah,
movie,
dude!
so
I
I'm curious.
just watched it yesterday, on my couch in the basement, man, on the TV, and I mean I've had so much like build up, so I'm curious to see how much of that like would have influenced my opinion. But like I try to block anything out like that I've heard, and I'm truly impressed by it. It had me thinking so hard ever since the beginning, just about like the physics and like space and time, and I was like, what is real, what is not, like what are we, like it's just like stuff like that I haven't thought about in a long time, at least deeply enough to almost be scared. Like, but also I was so surprised by actually, if you want, like I can send you guys a photo, and the beginning, low key, like I kind of shed a tear, possibly shed a tear even in the opening when he's leaving and he's leaving his daughter. Man, it is hard to endure that because like you know that he's trying to save the world, like he knows in his heart that it's hard for her, but like she doesn't maybe not understand that, or I don't know. It's like it's kind of just
Yeah,
like I'm
I-
torn like at that moment. I'm like, wow.
I love the line when he's like, you can't tell what was it, like 10-year-old girl that
it's
the
gonna
world's
end.
ending.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think that's
That hit me
great.
so hard. I was like, wow. But yeah, I really
I've
enjoyed
watched
it.
that movie 3 times, and every time I watch it, I still cry. Like when he leaves, when they get back from the water planet, and he watches like the life of his
Yeah.
son
Wow,
and daughter.
that is insane.
And the end, I
Yeah.
like.
I think
And
yeah.
the like insane part is, with the exception of like obviously when he's inside the black hole, all of that time dilation stuff is completely real. And
I was gonna
accurate.
ask
Yeah.
that. I think this movie's like a pivotal point in just cinema that opens the eyes of people that are somewhat interested in like space exploration
Yeah.
and science in general. So I think it did a fantastic job of sparking some kind of interest for people like our age that are like interested in it, and maybe it's even sent people into wanting to go like study this in the future.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
It definitely
and
inspired
they broke
me.
down the physics quite
Yeah.
well to make it accessible
like-
for mainstream.
Yep.
I think I can only think of one like law of physics that it actually breaks, but it breaks it knowingly. It's like they talk about how gravity is like used to communicate through space and time. That breaks like a law of causality, which is that information can't travel faster than the speed of light.
wow.
But with the exception of that, like everything in there, the physics is like completely right.
That's-
Which
So
is
what do you mean?
amazing.
That's crazy.
What do you mean by information? Are you talking about like
So-
sound
so, like-
in general, or just like
So
objects?
the speed of light is like the speed limit of the universe. Nothing can travel faster than it. So basically what it is that nothing can happen at one place and cause something at another place faster than the light can travel there.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
That's crazy. And So is there like a specific moment where it's evident that this is being broken, or just in the way you describe it?
I mean, when he's inside the black hole, obviously
Yeah.
he messes with like the past,
Yep.
and so that's kind of where I guess like time breaks down. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you can argue that it doesn't because we don't really know what happens inside of a black hole, and all
Yeah.
the laws of physics break down. And since there's no laws of physics in a black hole, you can't really break them.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I did a lot of like I guess like homework, just looking up like videos and people's reviews of the movie, and I found that like a lot of physicists like Neil deGrasse Tyson does talk about the movie a lot, and he kind of roasts some of the things in it just because he doesn't like how they.
to be fair, I really don't like Neil
Me
deGrasse
neither,
Tyson.
me
He
neither.
annoys me
let me get
so
a side
much.
point
Me
on
neither.
Neil deGrasse
He
Tyson.
critiques
This-
so many movies and like they're just wrong.
He's like
this
if
fool-
I saw a black hole, I'd be running in the opposite direction.
remember-
I'm like,
He went on Twitter and he tried poking a flaw with Arrival, which I think.
yes, I went
so
off on him
good.
on Twitter. I did.
Dude,
Ugh.
he put a little critique on that about how they didn't explain something, but then everyone in the comments blasted him because there's literally a line of dialogue in the movie
I
from
know.
Jeremy Renner
Yeah,
completely
so-
disproving his plot hole.
He said when they're reading like the aliens writing on the glass, they never
Yeah.
take into account the
Yeah.
fact that the writing might be backwards and flipped. But literally the main plot point of the whole movie is that you can read the language forward and backwards, and it affects
backward.
time. That is the point of the movie.
Yeah.
They say it in the dialogue.
That's so funny.
Anyway, but yeah, the only other thing like with Interstellar is with a wormhole, it is theoretically possible, but scientists don't know if it's like actually a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
with the math, it works out. The thing that it requires is something called exotic matter, which is required to hold the wormhole open, and what that is matter with negative mass, and we don't know if that
That's
exists
crazy, bro.
Wow.
Jeez.
Negative mass.
yet. Yeah.
Everyone's
Christopher
gangster till the mass is negative.
Holy
I was also like Noah. I had the chance to see this in theaters, IMAX, first day, first show. 'Cause Christopher Nolan
Holy
at the
crap.
time was my favorite filmmaker, so I saw it twice in theaters, of course. And I did not appreciate it nearly as much as I do today. I thought it was like,
RoboCop.
ooh, my bad. I didn't appreciate it as much as I do nowadays
Yeah.
in the emotional aspects of the film. Like, obviously, every time I'm taken aback by the scale of the freaking movie. Like, thinking
Yeah.
about making an original movie with that big of a scale
Insane.
is
Hoyt Devon,
always super hype.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo,
Some talk for- We'll get to that. Oh man, but yeah. So I've watched it like 5 times now, and every time until this most recent watch, I hadn't seen it in like 3 years, but every time until this most recent watch, I always trashed on everything after he wakes up from the black hole. But now, my only critiques with the ending, because now I see it so much more as that father-daughter story.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if you
Yeah.
don't complete that arc at the very ending, then what's the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
What I have an issue with in the ending is how the very last thing they leave us off on is with Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
and I'm
I don't like that.
I don't care about
Yeah.
what she has going on in her other
the colony
spaces.
or
Just
whatever,
end it
yeah.
with him walking out of the door, close the door, and then end it there where the finale is that last moment where they reconnect. That's my only critique with the ending. But other than that, he did some masterful stuff.
I personally
It's-
appreciate the ending, honestly.
Mhm.
I like how it kind of shows like the seed of where humanity will go in the future, and I think that's kind of an important aspect I took away when watching it, because throughout this whole time, like, what causes everything to happen in this movie is like an advanced future human civilization, like trying to guide humanity to help save it.
Yeah, for
true.
sure. I can get that point. For me personally, I thought it would have been more powerful if they ended it off on that father-daughter note that I felt the whole movie was
Yeah.
really about like Hans Zimmer's score. Let's
my
talk
God.
about Hans
Whoa.
Zimmer.
So good.
Right at the beginning, there's like a shot where it just looks at the cornfield, and they just have an organ like
Yeah.
rising in volume. Like
the
come
organ
on.
is so good. I don't think I've ever heard the use of organ. You think this old like 50s organ used in like a movie that's futuristic, like takes place. You know, it's like you wouldn't think that would mix. You think it'd be maybe like all electronic, but wow, does it
Yeah.
work so freaking
Yeah.
well, man. Oh,
I might call it Hans Zimmer's best score.
I think it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
Though like The Lion King exists
it's very familiar.
and The Dark Knight exists and all, but there's something. I think this score literally is the glue to the movie. I
Yeah.
feel like the movie would not work without the score.
Yeah.
Because there are moments where the movie goes really far into the space exploration and stuff, and every time you think it's losing that like connecting thread of the father-daughter relationship, the score keeps that as like this motif
Yeah.
that reminds you, and the power is all the more when it connects McConaughey's motive with what's going on in space through the entire movie, and I think it's
Yeah.
such a good
I
score.
think-
Even
Oh, sorry, no, you can go.
yeah, I
ahead.
was just gonna say a fun fact about like the film score itself. When they're on the water planet, what is it? It's like every hour is 7 years on Earth.
Yeah.
yeah.
In the film score, there's a click every 1.25
Yeah, the ticking.
seconds,
Wow.
and each
Oh.
tick is a day passing on Earth.
Wow,
No
dude.
way.
Yeah, I noticed he used that. He used that.
Rewatch
kind of,
that scene, knowing it is completely different. Because just
Wow.
think like every tick
Dang.
is a day going by. It's insane.
Wow.
That's an
Yeah.
awesome detail.
I've noticed he used that kind of
insane.
clock effect in a lot of the piece hard score.
a
It
lot of
sounds so
Yeah.
movies
good.
and period.
Dunkirk, doesn't he use that ticking clock all
Dunkirk.
the time?
Oh my God! Say less about that.
Yeah. All
But
yeah,
dude,
so good.
score it.
Yeah,
It's the glue of the
crazy.
movie, in my
I
opinion.
think they did a very good. Well, Hans did a very good job of when
Hans.
there's not much going on in the movie. I think during the times that's just kind of bland and we're kind of waiting for things to happen and it's like settling almost. He does a good job of making it unsettling with what he's producing, I guess. So it creates this crazy different tone, and I think it's
it's
beautiful.
magical
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is also I love when he doesn't use the score and when it will turn off. Like there's one part, remember
Yes.
he's listening to his daughter, I think the first time, her monitor shuts off. It's so evident the score is just cut. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's not trying to be natural. It's like almost like he wanted you to notice that and be like, wow, something is
Yeah.
changing. Something is
Another
wrong.
another time they
Nolan.
do that is I think what's his name, Dr. Mann.
Yeah, Dr. Mann.
Yeah.
When they're trying to stop him from opening the airlock when he's trying to
Yeah.
get back into the endurance
Oh,
ship, right when it
say less
explodes,
about that.
like he's
No
in the
sound,
middle of
yeah.
saying like a line and it just cuts
I
completely.
love
silent.
that so much.
Yeah.
That's still probably the biggest shock I've ever had
I know.
in an IMAX theater. Dude,
Oh,
the sound
yeah.
was so brutally loud. I remember, like, I get like PTSD watching the
Yeah.
movie whenever that scene's
Yeah.
about to come. Because I'm like, oh God,
And-
oh God.
I thought wasn't it Star Wars that tried to do something like that? It's like I thought they were original, bruh. No way.
Yeah.
No way,
Oh,
man.
the
Yeah.
Interstellar one's
yeah,
way
so
better.
much better.
But yeah, the sound in Chris Nolan movies,
Yeah.
like he's really smart about when to use
Yep.
music and when not to.
Even like the sound design, like when they're going through the wormhole and when
Yeah,
going into
holy
the black hole,
shit.
the visuals and sound design there is
Yeah.
just absolutely amazing.
So good.
One thing I thought was very interesting. I'm starting to notice this about a good amount of Nolan movies. He's very influenced by director Terrence Malick, who's like a god. But it's cool how he uses sort of a handheld type of look. It's not handheld like at all.
Yeah.
Like it's way too polished and clean
It's
to be
like shoulder
handheld. But
rig, yeah.
there's a lot of scenes, especially on Earth, that are like that got that handheld look to it, and it's this crazy thing whenever it cuts from the handheld stuff to the big space stuff. He uses a lot of mediums and closes, so when he cuts to a wide, it's like, damn, it's a huge impact.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, what
master.
an interesting shift move. Like we were talking about the handheld look. Whole time I was thinking about like it's crazy how I can't imagine what this movie would be like if it was like told with like Wes Anderson style, like the centered framing and the heart. Like it just wouldn't work. Like
Facts.
it's so amazing how like that's the style and the camera work and the editing fits to like each of those two completely different stories. Like it's
Stories,
amazing
yeah.
to like think about
Because
that.
and Nolan's style would never work
for that.
Brand
I was thinking about
Budapest.
both of them. I was like, that would never work. Yeah,
Nope.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
They're all written to fit that style. It's not really
Yeah.
about how they go about executing the cinematography. It's all written for whatever style they're going
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Or-
you know what? We
vice
pushed this off, but wait, Croft, you go first.
Oh well, okay, yeah, sure. Speaking of Wes Anderson, I watched Royal Tenenbaums the other night.
Yo.
So funny.
Yo.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys pretty much covered it, like everything I could have possibly said. I think the thing that stood out most to me is just like Christopher Nolan is a god with the camera. Like the imagery is just like so visually.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be like in my opinion the best part of the movie. Like it's just stunning and beautiful.
It
is.
I was just saying we pushed this off, but let's get back to Hoyte
Yeah.
von
Come
Hoytema's
on,
cinematography. Dude, oh
so
my
good.
gosh, the use of the film looks so
It does look
nice.
so
Like you can clearly tell it's shot on film and not on digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Oh
How
my
many-
god, the texture.
How many days did it take to render a single frame of the black hole scene?
All right, so I actually have the fact
Yo,
right
Moo.
here. Some
Yo.
individual frames took up to 100 hours to
Wow.
render. in
One
that scene.
frame, 100
I
hours.
know, like, even for just the black hole itself, they had a retired theoretical physicist leading the team working on it. They had like a team of 300. They were using thousands of computers. I think they had to create their own software
Oh,
to
yeah.
actually make it and render it, because no like 3D software takes into the account the effects of general relativity.
So
like they had to
It's
create a
crazy.
software that would do it, and like they like published a bunch of scientific papers on the black hole itself, and it is still like the most accurate depiction of a black hole out there.
Insane.
Oh, easily.
That's
Well, they were
And the visual effects hold up so well.
So
they were
good.
comparing that photo that we got of the black hole recently to the
Yeah.
one in Interstellar and how similar they looked.
Yeah.
And it's insane. Like, if you remember, like the black hole from Interstellar, like obviously you see the black circle in the center, and then you see a disk orbiting it,
Yeah.
and then there's like a glow around it.
The light from the back.
Yeah, that glow around it is the light of the disk on the back side. The gravity of the black hole bends that light from the backside all the way around so that you can see it around the edges of the black
Insane.
hole. Like
That's
insane.
crazy.
And it's so awesome when they're
Awesome.
when they're in like the spacecraft, and that one guy, the one astronaut, does like the paper method, like when he stabs the
Yeah.
pencil. It's
Oh,
so
that's the
cool to like have
classic.
them to be talking about that, and then just like this small scale model. It's like because you're watching that as a viewer, and you're like he's almost like it's like he's talking to us because we don't
Well, that-
understand it, but
Yeah,
it's like
it's a very cliche
yeah.
explanation of it.
But it was neat to me though.
But
People
the other
hate on
thing that I didn't even realize before I watched this movie is the entrance to a wormhole is a sphere.
That's
Like
so
you could
whack.
enter it from any side. It's like so that demonstration that they show in the movie with the paper with the pen going through it, that is a demonstration of what a wormhole would look like if space itself was only 2 dimensions. And you notice that the demo requires 3 dimensions. So in order for a wormhole to work in a 3-dimensional space, it's a 4-dimensional object. So we can't even really comprehend
Wow,
it.
that's so stupid, man.
A lot of
my-
people hate on the fact that they used like very easy ways of showing like the pen and the paper or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't. It'd be boring as hell if they showed it.
Not
in-
many people, especially if they're looking from an audience standpoint, like maybe little kids are watching this movie about space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or kids that
I mean,
are
I was
like,
watching it when I
that
was
was
12
me.
years old. I would
yeah,
have.
now you get it.
I would have been like,
Yeah.
bruh.
I want to mention something kind of that Brendan brought up about how Wes Anderson, it wouldn't really work if, like, you know, he tried to do this kind of movie.
You mean Michael brought
Yeah,
up?
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
okay.
My bad. Forgive me.
It's okay. I
Uh,
forgive you.
Thank you. No beef?
It's okay.
No. I honestly feel like if Wes Anderson or someone... Yeah, that's right. Michael did bring it up. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No.
If,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
basically, I think if Wes Anderson did a movie like this, it would end up looking like some type of Donnie Darko type beat.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Roll
Not
up
really.
the Donnie
Yeah,
Darko
yeah.
meme.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Donnie Darko
Jeez.
was
Let's-
too sad.
Screen
We have
shared.
not even touched on the fact that Matthew McConaughey is absolutely freaking amazing in this movie.
Absolutely.
So good.
He's
so
another component of the movie where the movie doesn't work without that
Doesn't-
performance.
yeah. Definitely.
Because if you think about it, the character is quite simple.
Yeah.
It's literally
Yeah.
a man who loves his daughter and is a great pilot.
good. Done. Yeah.
But McConaughey brings out so much emotion in that performance that simple motive alone is enough to carry you through the entire
Yep.
2 hour 40 whatever.
I don't know
249,
how
yeah.
he does it, but there's a moment when like he's in the black hole and you see himself look at his past self walk out the door.
Jeez.
How like it's amazing that you can like tell that they're different people. Like he's
Wow.
like you
Yeah.
can sense
Wow,
the character
wow.
development, and that's part the writing, but part his performance. Like you can just tell that they're like
McConaughey is like, oh my gosh, every bit of emotion for me through this movie is pretty much because of McConaughey.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
And also Jessica Chastain, who plays the older
Yep.
version of
Oh
Murphy.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Phenomenal,
so good. She's so good.
phenomenal performance.
You want to know
Yes.
what would have been savage
Oh no. Yeah.
if
What?
if McConaughey was leaving to go on a, or just like if he dropped one time in the movie because Murph, if he said,
Mhm.
"Man, I love them redheads."
Oh my God! No! Oh man.
That's all.
What is everyone's favorite scene of the movie?
That's a good question. Oh man. I like just this is more of I guess it's a little bit of a sequence, but once they come back up from the water planet, just the hit of like it's been what 23 years
Yeah.
that hit so hard, and then
Yeah.
and then just the sequence of Matthew McConaughey watching like his children grow up and like just you know
Yeah.
he sits there and he cries and it's so real.
Yep.
And there's so many different parts where like it goes from a minute, like within a minute of like his grandson being born to his grandson dying, and then
Yeah.
ending with his daughter saying, "I'm the age you were when you left."
That's
Like,
insane.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Something I want to ask is, speaking of scenes in the movie, did you guys feel that Matt Damon's role was good /
I was just gonna
necessary?
say.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
Necessary and yeah, I
Yeah.
like Matt Damon in the movie. I think as usual he seems like Matt Damon.
Yeah. Matt Damon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Matt Damon plays Matt Damon in every
Yeah.
movie. But Matt Damon's great.
I like the character because it really emphasizes the point that like humans need each other, and like
Yeah.
you can just see the desperation and like
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like that was very powerful itself, and he gives like this whole speech to Matthew McConaughey about
Yeah.
like the last thing you see before you die is like your children,
children,
and
yeah.
just talking about like that connection. I thought that was like really
Yeah,
powerful,
Speaking
like, a
of
necessary
Matt
part of the
Damon's
movie.
character,
Yeah.
my favorite part of the movie revolves around his hello.
Yo.
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
I just making sure the bars weren't like showing up. My favorite part of the movie had to do with without Matt Damon's character, it wouldn't exist. So, it's if we want to go huge, it's that entire sequence from McConaughey dying on there, to him being rescued, to them docking. But
Docking sequence.
specifically,
Yeah.
the docking sequence is one of
That's
the greatest
so good.
things Nolan has ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
That
is.
scene is I remember when I've watched the movie like 3 years back. I used to watch that scene like once a week just because
Yeah.
it's
And the
so
score,
freaking
too.
good.
So
Oh
good.
my god, that scene is so good. Just the editing in that scene, McConaughey like, come on, Tars, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
come
No,
on,
the Tars robot was so awesome.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
I
Tars
love
is
He's got
so-
so many funny lines. The
Yeah.
Tars
So-
robot, like
Yeah.
It's so comedic, but
I
it's
love-
so
Yeah.
important.
The comedy
Yeah.
percentage thing's so funny. It's like, don't let
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
run
yeah.
down to 55%, like stuff like that. It's so good. Yeah. Oh, and if you guys don't mind, I got a favorite scene, but it's more like
Yeah.
a
Ooh.
transition between two scenes actually. For some reason,
Mhm.
the opening of the movie, kind of when it goes from him driving away to the
Drive.
countdown, dude. I had the biggest
Yes.
chills the whole time. I was like, this is actually happening. we don't need
Yeah.
to see any of him putting his suit on. We don't need to see
Exactly,
any of his shit. It goes
exactly.
right in. It's there. This is happening. Holy crap! The boosters are going. Let's go to space. Like it was like holy frick, he's gone.
it's-
He's literally gone. Like it's going.
It's crazy because
Yeah.
the movie is like, if you think about it, for the amount they cover, it's ridiculously fast
Yeah,
paced.
it is.
They cover 120
Like-
years.
yeah.
It's
True though. Yeah.
it's pretty damn fast paced. Like
Yeah.
even like moments where characters would walk upstairs, he'd just cut mid motion, almost
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
jump
true.
cut to like really speed up the pace. And usually, I'd almost have a problem with that because I'm like, I need to feel the atmosphere. The production design and the visual effects are so good that the atmosphere can be felt without us needing to like feel the textures
Yeah.
and a close up and all that. Like,
I was so fascinated by the scene with the drone just flying around and
That was
Yo.
dope too. Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the flat tires on the truck going through the corn.
Yeah.
Also,
the kids driving. I was like, yo.
I didn't realize it until yesterday that Timothy Chalamet plays the young
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Timothy
Oh, yeah,
Chalamet
that's
plays
right.
the younger version and Casey
Yeah,
Affleck
yeah.
plays the older one.
Wow.
Dang,
But
that's
yeah,
funny.
I found that so funny
Freaking
seeing
Casey.
him in that type of role after
I was like, wait.
being
I really had to pause the movie and look it up.
That's crazy.
For you guys,
Oh,
how does this
shit.
stack up against other Nolan movies?
You know my opinion.
I put it like mid range. So I'd call it Dark Knight and Memento as masterpieces. I think those are almost untouchable. Unless Tenet is one of the best movies ever made, it won't be as good as Dark Knight or Memento. Then I'd put The Prestige. Then I'd put Inception, and then I'd tie Interstellar with Dunkirk. at
I
number
haven't
5.
seen enough, I don't think, of him to be able to put him up there, but it's definitely in my top 10 movies of all time. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
yeah,
Wow.
so I think it's fantastic. Yeah, I just haven't seen enough of Nolan to be able to put them up there. Obviously,
Yeah.
it might change if I see more of him.
Oh,
My
yeah.
top 10.
You know me with Nolan.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'm scared because I actually Prestige, that's kind of been like in my top like 3 honestly for like a long time. But like now I'm like I'm comparing it to Interstellar. I'm like, holy crap! Like I think Interstellar has more like moments for me, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean I love the
Yeah.
Prestige like in
It's-
every way, but man, like I think
The Prestige
yeah.
for me, man, like watching that, just the writing in that movie takes it
Yeah.
to the
It's
next
so
freaking
good.
level.
I really wanted to ask you guys, I don't know who has seen it, but I really enjoyed Ad Astra 2.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
I saw Ad Astra.
I
I like some concepts.
it's
in
just I feel like okay, Interstellar takes a huge part in making sure you understand the science of everything, whereas Ad Astra is based mostly upon just the story of Brad Pitt's character
Mhm.
finding his
it.
dad.
Yeah, so Ad Astra, we can talk about this separately, but I'm not the biggest fan of Ad Astra. I like the whole commercialized trips to the moon and
RoboCop.
stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I like the whole idea how they commercialize moon travel and all that. That's a really cool
Yeah, yeah.
concept. And the visual effects are stunning
The
in that movie. And
cinematography
Hoyt
is-
Devon, Hoyt Devon.
Dude, cinematography is
He's also
so good.
cinematographer of
Yeah.
that too. He loves his space.
I
Yeah.
know, dude. And he does a fantastic job for everyone. It's like
Yeah,
it's almost
he's a
like
great cinematographer.
I like how the visual effects in it are fantastic, especially when like the moon rovers are like going through and they're like it's
Yeah.
like space forces like shooting at
Yeah.
each other. I'm like
Oh yeah, the
you
pirates.
almost, you almost feel like that in Interstellar there's like no gap between time and space is just it's like it all takes place in the same like I guess time period and all of that stuff's happening simultaneously, but
The reason
I gotta say, oh
Yeah, I
you
was just
go
gonna
first,
say,
Kyle.
like, the reason I love Interstellar so much is for some reason it just feels so much more real than any other science fiction movie.
Yeah.
Because it is
Yeah.
so grounded in like science and just reality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, and that's a big part of I think just why I love it is because it just
Yeah,
feels really
Interstellar
real.
is one of those movies where one of my biggest pet peeves with Marvel movies specifically are when they do these huge mumbo jumbo explanations about fake science, and I'm like, just do what Back to the Future did, and just acknowledge the fact that it's BS science,
Yeah.
and just keep going. Whereas Interstellar, because the science actually makes sense and is real, I can live with some scientific explanations versus a Marvel movie where they're like, oh, all those other movies are fake. Let me show you how time travel is really done.
I cannot stand Endgame. They literally make they make jokes
bad,
about how
bro.
every other movie has major plot holes in their time travel and then proceed to do time travel with major plot holes in it. Like, I just can't.
Oh gosh, man.
Fucking Marvel.
Stupid.
Oh god.
Fine.
I wanted to talk about, I think for me, surprisingly, the most impactful moment in the movie, even though I acknowledge in my head that it's high-key, like, cheesy, the whole scene when she finds out, like, the ghost was her dad. I don't know why that resonated with me so much. I don't understand. 'Cause I acknowledge the fact that whole, like, love, like, that whole speech Anne Hathaway gives about love, I find. Oh, man down.
Oh, no.
That whole speech about that Anne Hathaway gives about love being the connecting thing, I found that super cheesy.
Yeah, same.
And that's literally what they did with the bookshelf scene. I don't know. It still worked for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That
I
was
found that
crazy.
moment extremely powerful. Once Brendan comes back,
Oh,
we
wait,
can
what?
all.
When did he go?
That's what I said, man.
Oh, I didn't even understand. What the? My bad. That's so sad.
Once Brendan comes back, I say we can all go
Frick, add
around
me
and
back,
give
okay.
the movie a rating out of 10.
Oh, nice.
Because we didn't do that last episode, and that's a fun little thing to
Yeah.
throw in there.
I get the other thing I'll say is, for some reason, they're so good at
Welcome back,
conveying
Brendan.
the scale of, like, everything.
Yeah.
Dude, the shot when the spaceship is like against that wormhole background, you know, it has like even more grain than usual. I don't know what about that shot is, but it's so sick. Also, the particle physics, like from a visual effects standpoint, where he enters the black hole
know.
and all that shit is like raining
Yeah.
down and it's
Yeah,
just going through.
I was watching that time, like when he's going through and like when he's looking at the bookshelf and stuff like that. Those visual effects too. I'm like the perspective of everything and like the
It's so
lighting.
cool.
Like I was getting like literally stressed thinking about the production of that. Like how do you even go about
I
like
know.
photographing that? Like
How
or like
do
or,
they-
like, or like imagining what it's gonna look
It's
like. How do you even have
insane.
that vision in the first place?
Did they come up with that like after the fact of them realizing like, oh, we can only do this amount? Like, can we just make like geometric shapes and see how that fits with like what your vision is? Or did they like draw that
it's-
stuff up and say, this is exactly what I want it to look like?
So
I want
crazy.
that.
They definitely
I want
like
that wall to be,
had a
like, transparent.
super insane
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
I just appreciate everything within the black hole because it's like you cannot know what is inside of it, so it is just like an open sandbox to do whatever you want, and
Yeah.
they go
Exactly.
for it. Like the visuals of like everything inside the black hole when he's like entering, and that whole sequence is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's
It was a nail biter. Everything. The whole movie.
it's gonna go down as a, because I know a lot of people of our age, like a lot of people I talk to, they're like Interstellar's in my top 5. Interstellar's in my. I think it's gonna be one of those movies that's remembered as a future classic for sure.
Definitely.
Shall we all go down and give it a rating out of 10?
Yeah.
Let's start with Brendan.
Ooh, on the spot. I'd probably give this a high 7 to 8. So
Mm-hmm.
like
Rough.
7.8, 7.9.
I'd probably give it maybe a flat 7.
McGarrahan.
I'm gonna say 9 out of 10.
Dang.
9 out of 10, dude. I
think
think
of
of it like that.
I'm at like a 9.8 out of 10. There are very few things that I think could have been better about it.
For sure. Close.
Oh.
I'd give it a 8 out of 10. I think it's remarkable. I think it's one of the best modern sci-fi movies, like up there with Arrival.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan is a freaking modern master. He's one of those directors. I compare Christopher Nolan to Spielberg in the 80s. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
true.
fun fact. Spielberg was going to make this movie in 2006 with Jonathan Nolan as the writer.
Wow.
Thank God that
Yeah,
didn't
no.
happen, because a modern day
Wow.
Spielberg, I'm sorry. I love Spielberg. Raiders of the Lost Ark was like game changing. But dog, if you're telling me anyone other than Christopher Nolan took on this ambitious of a project,
Yeah. I just love how Nolan plays with time in all of his movies. It's so
yeah.
interesting.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
And Tenet looks like
Yeah.
he's going
Oh,
crazy with
yeah,
that.
at the time, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, He's like, all my critics are like, oh, he can't do anything without time. Let me just double down on that.
Dude, oh yeah. Also, I just want to mention real quick, Noah, you actually, am I mistaken, or do you play the main theme often on the clavier, the piano there? Is that correct?
There is a piano here.
Oh, is there really?
I mean,
I can do my best.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh,
See if I can like show it.
Yes!
Whoa.
It's perfect! It's perfect!
Oh, this is a big moment for the cast.
My like headphones
on
barely
Noah's
reach.
face so that it doesn't switch off of him.
Yeah, I clicked it.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So
Incredible.
good.
Dude.
Wow, impressive.
Incredible.
Way to be.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a
Savage.
good movie.
Yeah.
Good score.
Yeah.
What was I about to say?
Leaving everyone speechless.
What's the
Exactly.
recommendation?
Powerful. Ooh, the recommendation. I discussed we're gonna have a triple special guest episode next week. So the cast is gonna be a little loaded.
Oh.
It might be too crazy. This is almost an experiment. But we're gonna talk about a very divisive film called Climax, directed by Gaspar Noé. Every one of his films are very divisive, but it's on Amazon Prime. For you listeners out there, if you don't want the movie spoiled the shit out of when you listen to it next week, get ready, because this is arguably going to be the most arguments we're ever going to have on a movie for the
Jeez.
cast.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
hyped.
Considering that you would either love it or hate it. I can understand both arguments. It's going to be a great time to discuss, because we have, as of now, considering three of us have not watched it, Michael, Cameron, and Brendan. As of now, it's 2v2 with who likes it
Wow.
and who doesn't like
Wow.
it. So it's literally gonna be a hour discussion debating this film.
Oh my god.
But first, I want to give a huge thanks to Noah.
Thank you for having
bringing
me.
Yo.
Great
thanks for coming on,
conversation to the
Noah.
cast this week.
So glad to have you on.
Yeah,
It was
thanks for
a-
making the time.
Great time. We definitely want to have you on a future episode
Thank you.
for sure.
Yeah,
Of course,
sure.
just let me know.
Of course.
Yeah.
another great quarantined episode,
Yeah.
if I say so
Yeah.
myself.
Oh yeah, many more to come.
By the way, if you didn't already know, there were spoilers for Interstellar for this episode, so be warned. Thank you. Have a nice rest of your day, and...